Please stay tuned to the end of the video to see the winner of the 2000 subs giveaway. Welcome fellow masters, my name is Misaki from Kalia Gurus, and London is coming. Yesterday on Facebook and Twitter, Aniplex US announced that London will be the 4th singularity coming over to Fate Grand Order. Now this is going to be actually really interesting and really great, because honestly, we all need a break for the slew of events. If you think about it, we've had Halloween, Guda Guda, and Christmas, with only about a week between each. So now you can just take a break, focus on this story, and you'll be all set and ready to go. When is London coming out? December 19th. Save the date. You'll definitely want to keep that in mind. So, what does London bring? Quite a few things. But before we get to that, Aniplex did release a couple other things. Namely, half AP off all story missions up to Okeanos. So if you're a little bit behind and lagging behind, this will help you get to where you need to go, so that way you can get to London. Now, if you don't need to worry about the AP so much, if you're more so looking for a servant, they do try to say that they have some banners, specifically singularity banners. So Fuyuki, Orleans, Septum, and Okeanos. Now, there's a lot of great servants in those banners, but honestly, this is definitely the biggest form of bait if you don't have indisposable income to just be rolling for these servants. I would honestly save for this servant here, Mordred, 5-star Saber and son to King Arthur. If you're familiar with Fate Apocrypha, which is released on Netflix in the US, you'll understand how powerful this servant really is. She's now the 4th 5-star Saber in the game, and she hits like a tank. On top of the servants that will be available for raid up, we also have a few new craft essences, 4 in fact. Now then, another thing to keep in mind with London coming to Fate Grand Order. There'll be a couple new farmable items that'll be available to us. Homunculus babies, Infinity gear, and forbidden pages. Yes, your waivers, Hans and Jax, and more can now be leveled! Woohoo! Alright! That is absolutely fantastic. This is the time to level up these servants once you complete the story. At the end of the chapter, you will get a Holy Grail and you will get a servant as you normally do. As I always suggest, if you have to roll, if there's any sort of servant that you see in the chapter that you want, it might be best to beat story first. There's quite a few story lock servants that you won't be able to get until you beat the story. For Septum, it was Nero. For Fuyuki, it was Saber Alter. So keep that in mind. The other thing you have to be aware of, in London, Mashu will obtain her 2nd ascension. But before we get into those, I have to say, spoilers! We good? Okay. What comes with her 2nd ascension is it increases her level cap to level 50, and she gains her 3rd skill, Shield of Rousing Resolution. This is a taunt, similar to what Leonidas has, but it draws attention of all enemies to self for 1 turn and increases the MP generation rate for 1 turn. At level 1 is 200% Noble Phantasm gain. That's insane. That's nuts. You know how her skills work. You can use the 2nd skill, then use the 3rd skill, and if someone has a single target Noble Phantasm, they will target Mashu, not kill her. She'll gain a whole bunch of MP, and your team lives. Now, what makes this so important anyway? I mean, Mashu, she's not that great. Oh, no. This skill takes her to a whole nother level. On top of that, she will be stronger. And lastly, we gotta talk about Mystic Codes. Now, currently in the game, we have 2 Mystic Codes, which NA is very fortunate because in the original, they only was 1. The fact that we have 2 is pretty crazy. But now, that number is going to increase to 5. They're adding 3 new Mystic Codes to this game. Now, for the JP people, you already know what I'm going to say. But for everyone on NA, this is what you got to expect. Mages Association Uniform. The skills that come with this Mystic Code are Heal All, recover all ally servers by 800 and at max 2,800. Spiritron Transfer, charges a server's Noble Phantasm by 20%. Command Shuffle, reshuffles the card deck. This is pretty passive, but when you think about it, the second skill in combination with certain craft essences can level up Noble Phantasms quickly. And being able to reshuffle the card deck, that's pretty crazy, and an effect that we don't see often, if at all. It's only attached to this uniform. Next up is Atlas Institute uniform. With the skill Dust of Osiris, makes an ally servant invincible for 1 turn. Rain of Isis, dispel debuffs on an allied servant. Eye of Medjit, reduces an allied servant skill's cooldowns by 2. So it's not necessarily strong, but the desired effect is actually pretty crazy. Reducing skill cooldowns by 2 is a unique effect, but I don't think it's strong enough per se to be worth it. Dispelling debuffs on ally servants, there are plenty of servants that do the same thing, or increase debuff resistance, craft essence that do the same. So all in all, unless you really like the look of this, I wouldn't recommend it. But still, good for collection purposes, good to have in your pocket. The last but certainly not least, Chaldea Combat Uniform. With the skills, Reinforce All, increase the attack of all ally servants by 20%, max 30% for 1 turn. Grandeur, stuns an enemy servant. Order change, switch a servant with 1 in reserve. By far, this is one of the best Mystic Codes that you can use. Granted, it doesn't have a heal, and at this point I know a lot of you guys have been depending on the Chaldea uniform for the heal that it offers and the evade. But let me tell you something. Have you ever been in a position where you've wanted to stop a servant from using their Noble Phantasm, just to stun them for 1 more turn so you can get that last skill to unlock? Have you ever been in a position where you accidentally put the wrong servant in your front line and you wanted to switch one out from the back line? This is what this does. It is really good, and the fact that it increases the attack of all ally servants, all of them, not just 1, is great. By far, this will be the most sought after uniform, and you should prioritize this above all else. How do you get these Mystic Codes? There will be 3 quests that you can see in the Chaldea Gate. Their AP is rather high, but they're definitely worth doing. You get a couple items from doing these as well, and I recommend doing them. Honestly, London came at a great time. Not only are we able to get some newer servants down the line, we got Mystic Codes, we have a break before the next event, which should be coming in January, and we can just relax and enjoy the holiday. But that's all I can say for this. This is going to be really great. I hope this video was of some use to you. Now, what I need for you to do is go ahead and check out our Discord. That's new. Check the description for the link. Follow us on Twitter. We constantly try to post updates. And thank you very much. Now, let's get to the part that most of you are waiting for. Alright, the winner of the 2,000 subscriber giveaway and the $40 package for Fate Grand Order is Curren-T. Congratulations, Curren-T. You have won the package. I'm going to go ahead and get in contact with you and go ahead and give you the code that you need. Thank you everyone for watching and participating, and specifically, thanks to Subset Tyro, Jingyang Xian, Shimmerthy Thao, Steel Ideal, Alex Armstrong, and Neil Celestine. Thank you guys for supporting us for this month and me and our sponsors, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys later. I'm Musaki from Chaldea Gurus, logging out.
Thank you for watching the video, Senpai. If you liked it, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe if you want to see more, and make sure you ring the bell to be notified when we upload another video. Thank you again for watching Chaldea Gurus. Good luck and fight hard, Senpai!